Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam.
We should not forget that we are always under suffering. There are three kinds of suffering. I don't say about this economic problem, or that is also another suffering, but according to basic knowledge, or it is a fact, there are three kinds of suffering. One kind of suffering belonging to the body and the mind. Now suppose I am getting some headache. Now I am feeling very warm, I am feeling very cold. And so many bodily sufferings there are. Then similarly we have got suffering from the mind. My mind is not well today. Somebody has called me something, so I am suffering, or I have lost something, some friend, so many things. So sufferings of the body and mind, and then sufferings by the nature. This is called Adi-Daivik, which you have no control. In every suffering we have no control, especially suppose there is heavy snowfall. The whole New York City is flooded with snow and you are all put into inconvenience. That's a sort of suffering, but you have no control. You cannot stop snow falling. You see? There is a wind, cold wave. You cannot stop it. This is called Adi-Daivik suffering. And the suffering of the mind and suffering of the body is called Adhyasmic. And there is other suffering, Adi-Bhautik, attacked by other living beings. My enemy, some animal, or some worm, so many. So these three kinds of sufferings are there, all. But we do not want all these sufferings. When this question comes, now here Arjuna is conscious that there is a fight, and it is my duty to fight with the enemy, but there is suffering because they are my kinsmen. So he is feeling that. So unless a human being is conscious and awakened to the fact that we are always in suffering, but we do not want all these suffering. This question, such a person is required to approach spiritual world. When he is conscious, is it? So long his animal life, that he does not know that he is always in suffering. He does not know, he does not care, or he does not want to make a solution. Here Arjuna is suffering, and he wants to make a solution, and therefore he accesses his spiritual master. So when we are conscious of our suffering, we are awakened to the suffering situation. Suffering is there. Forgetfulness or ignorance of suffering is no meaning. Suffering is there. But when one is very serious to make a solution of his suffering, then a spiritual master is required. Just like Arjuna requires now a spiritual master. Is it clear? Yes. So, the suffering is there. It does not require any education. Simply a thinking, a slight thinking, that I do not want all these sufferings, but I am suffering. Why? Is there any solution? But is there any solution? All these scriptures, all this Vedic knowledge, everything, not only Vedic knowledge, now, why you are going to school, why you are going to college, why you are taking scientific education, why you are taking law education, everything is meant for ending our suffering. If there was no suffering, then nobody would have taken education, is it? But he thinks that if I am educated, if I become a doctor, or if I become a lawyer, or if I become an engineer, I will be happy. That is the ultimate aim. I will get a good job, government job, I will be happy. The happiness is the end of every pursuance. So, but these mitigation of sufferings, they are temporary. Real suffering is due to this material existence. These three kinds of suffering. So, when one is conscious about his suffering and he wants to make a solution of the suffering, then there is necessary of spiritual knowledge. Now, if you want to make a solution of your suffering and you want to consult a person, now what sort of person he must be who can endure all suffering? That selection must be there. If you want to purchase a jewel and a diamond and very valuable thing, and if you go to a grocer's shop, such kind of ignorance, you must be seated. You must be seated. At least you must approach a jewelry shop. Jewelry shop, you say, so much knowledge you must have.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,